is Deontay the Bronx Bomber Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, man. Let's talk about Tyson Fury says he gonna come in his heaviest for Dillian Whyte. Same thing he tried with Deontay Wilder. And then we talk about Jarrell Big Baby Miller. His ban for popping hot is coming up to be lifted. But Fury says, I'm going to try and come in my heaviest weight for Dillian Whyte fight. Now, is that the best idea out there? I don't know. Adding weight has served Tyson Fury well in each of his last two fights, wrote by Keith Whyte. Shout out to Keith Whyte. He says, unbeaten WBC heavyweight champion came in 273 pounds for his rematch with Deontay Wilder in February 2020. The advantageous 16 and a half pounds more than when they with their 12-round fight resulted in a debatable draw to December 2018 at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Fury was even heavier at a career high 277 for their third fight, which he won by 11th-round KO knockout October 9th at the T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas. Having experienced the positive effects of additional weight at 6'9", Fury promised to come in heavier than 277 pounds for the domestic showdown with Dillian Whyte on April 23rd at Wembley Stadium in London. He said, quote, I'm going to try to come in at me heaviest weight all time, Fury stated during the press conference recently. He said, for the biggest fight and biggest crowd, you're going to see the biggest Tyson Fury. I'm going to come in like I'm a man mountain. So he says Frank Warren's co-promoter announced that 85,000 tickets sold to the card headline by Fury Whyte. In the first 3 hours going on sale, the capacity crowd, nearly 100,000, is expected to watch Fury first fight in England since he stopped over Manchester First Safari, June 2018 in Manchester, Fury's hometown. So Tyson Fury, 33 years old, figures to outweigh Whyte by at least 20 pounds. And Whyte, 28-2 and 19 KOs, finally gets his mandated shot at the WBC belt. Fury defend for the second time. 6'4", Whyte weighed 247.5 pounds for his rematch with Alexander Povetkin, former WBA champion who Whyte stopped in fourth round of their last March 27th at the Europa Point Sports Complex in Gibraltar. At his heaviest, the 34-year-old Whyte was 271 pounds for a 10-round unanimous decision over 6'7" Polish contender Whyte in 2019 in Saudi Arabia. He said, quote, what was my biggest weight? Fury asked reporter, can you tell me? I think it was like 19 stones, 11 pounds. Was it 19 stones, 10 pounds? I'm going to come in heavier, 19 stone, 10 pounds. I'm going to be the heaviest world champion ever. Retired Russian fighter Nikolai Valuev weighed more than any heavyweight champion in boxing history. The 7-foot Valuev weighed 324 pounds when he appointed John Ruiz unanimously in their 12-round bout to win the WBA world title in December 2005 at Max Schmeling Hall in Berlin. So, I mean, he kind of been true to his word when he talked about coming in at his heaviest weight. So, I mean, all Dillian Whyte can do is come in as comfortable as possible. You know what I'm saying? Wherever I feel comfortable at, that's where I'm coming in at. I ain't even gonna let him get in my head. If he gonna come in at a career high, if he can beat Nikolai Valuev, he come at 325. I feel very confident about my chances still. Because I'm not Deontay Wilder. I'm not gonna come in at 219, or I'm not gonna blow up to unnatural 230 for his frame. So I'm really not concerned. Right? I really ain't gonna concerned about what he got to say, what he talking about at all. So he come in that heavy. If I'm Dillian Whyte, I know I'm going to the body. I know that first and foremost, I'm going to the body. I know he got problems with shorter fighters, seeing not knowing where they punches coming up or coming down at. If he come in that heavy, if I'm Whyte, I promise you. Because, I promise he come in that heavy, bro. and I'm knocking him out right up and down. So that's people say, well, that's why he was able to knock Wilder out. He was a manufactured puncher, and that's fine. Ain't no rules against it. My thing is this: he keep blowing up, bro. It's gonna catch up to him. All that additional weight on your limbs and stuff, but I don't see him coming in at 325 or nowhere around that neighborhood. But then again, if he do, Dillian Whyte should prepare to set a high pace, a lot of body work. Um, so that just be my game plan. A lot of punches, a lot of body work. But people just think that's where you get his punching power from. To an extent, that is true, but the reason you come in heavy too a lot of times is so you can absorb the punishment. That's why a lot of these dudes come in heavy, so they can absorb the punishment. So they didn't want to be the heaviest. I don't even know if he knew what the heaviest was. And old boy had him by 3 inches. So I don't know, but he could get upset, or he could just be a mountain man of a machine. Very interesting. Okay, let's move on. All right. Let's see if we can find. I swear it was just up here. But here we go. Nevada State Athletic Commission upholds 2-year suspension for Jarrell Big Baby Miller with room to be relicensed June 17th. Jarrell Miller received better news than expected, even if not the sought-after resolution. The 5-member panel of Nevada State Athletic Commission (NSAC) voted unanimously in favor of Brooklyn's Miller 23-0-1 20 KOs remaining under suspension through June 16, 2022. Though, with the compromise, a proposal introduced by Commissioner Anthony A. Marnell the third called for the unbeaten former heavyweight contender to be immediately eligible for a license beginning June 17th, provides he continues to produce negative drug tests through Nevada's random drug testing program. Quote, the ball is in your court, Marnello told Miller, who appeared along with his attorneys via conference call at the commission's monthly agenda hearing Wednesday morning at the state's headquarters in Las Vegas. Quote, you will serve out your 24 months. It's 100% on you to determine what you do here. Miller was served with a backdated 24-month suspension in December 2020 and ruling from having tested positive for the banned substance GW 501-516, also known as Cardarine. All right, I don't know, Caradine or whatever he's taking, and Enderball ahead of his scheduled July 9th clash with Jerry Forrest. The bout was aired live on ESPN from the MGM Grand Conference Center in Las Vegas, marking his first ring appearance since November 2018, as well as debut on the Top Rank banner. Nevada Commission placed Miller under temporary suspension during the July 2020 monthly agenda hearing, with the matter tabled until reaching appropriate punishment later in December. The term suspension included room for up to 6 months reduction had Miller complied with the random drug testing terms, submitting to no fewer than 2 random drug testing per month for 6 consecutive months to complete the program. However, the absence of a payday since Miller's last fight in November 2018 left him unable to afford a testing program, in addition to falling on hard times on a personal level. Quote, I lost my wife. I lost my home. I lost my career, Miller noted during the impassioned speech. Now I'm in court fighting to be with my son. Financially, I'm required to pay legal fees. This is bigger than boxing. It means being there for my son, for my mother. So apparently, lost his wife. That's what they say. What Lil Wayne tell us when he was coming to man? Then she said she wanted to leave when you out of mustard. That's when you got a real woman, man. You're able to be with you, get with you during hard times and stick by your side when you got hard times, man, she the one for you. Cause a lot of these chicks, man, I'll be chasing these chicks that just be about the money. You know when it's about the money. If she don't like randomly buy you shit like draws, and she don't think about you when she go to the store, and so she always got her hand out, like you her daughter or some shit like that, or her kid like that, bro. A lot of y'all want to be dependent, but everybody fall on hard times, man. Like, even wealthy and rich people, man, they fall on hard times. While them people be jumping out of buildings and shit, they fall on hard times too. You know, go learn this. Go look at the documentary Roger and Zach on Unsung. So, you know, people say, well, you should pay all the bills, this, that, and the third, man. You listen to that 1950, 60 shit, you be just like Jarrell Miller, no pun intended. You be just like him. You be just another statistic in my Bill Bellamy voice. Real talk. Shit. This ain't 1970s, 80s, bro. So everybody must work. Miller's testimony, along with the fair compromise offered by Commissioner Marnell, provided an unexpected window of opportunity. Nevada Athletic Executive Director Jeffrey Mullen, who replaced the recently retired Bob Bennett late last year, was prepared to reject the application filed by Miller, seeking a 12-week reduction based on evidence placed before him, along with the disgrace. Former contender's past drug test history. Miller tested positive for banned substance tested positive for a banned substance for a June 2014 kickboxing event in Inglewood, California, for which he was suspended for 9 months. The far more attention-grabbing incident came April 2019 when he learned that Miller came up dirty in 3 separate vital tests ahead of his canceled June 2019 challenge of the unbeaten WBA, IBF, WBO, IBO heavyweight titleist Anthony Joshua. Miller stood to make by far his biggest payday of his career for a shot at the heavyweight crown at New York City's famed Madison Square Garden. The opportunity went to Andy Ruiz, who rose from a knockdown of floor Anthony Joshua 4 times in route and upset 7th round knockout to become the first ever Mexican boxer to win a piece of the heavyweight championship. The loophole allowed Miller to avoid suspension as the test results came prior to a review of his application for a boxing license in the state of New York. Still, I left Miller out of the ring. Left Miller out the ring, though, the rest of the year before co-promoters Greg Cohen and Dimitri Sautier reached the pact with the top rank to bring him back in 2020. The process was delayed by the pandemic before it landed on July 9, ESPN Day. The fight before us was conditionally approved by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, who insisted that Miller was to be treated as a licensed fighter and which subjected him to commission-approved random testing. The move led to his being suspended since that time, with the Nevada Commission initially unsympathetic to his inability to comply with the terms of his punishment. Quote, Jarrell Miller is a gifted fighter, noted Mullen. Quote, I have great sympathy for him, and that has not fought in nearly 4 years. However, he has tested positive for performance enhancement drugs, 3 different in 3 different jurisdictions. He said, quote, he did not follow the drug testing terms of the suspension. He was starting the drug testing program. He tried to start, then it was discontinued after 1 test. Under such term, granting a reduction of any kind was not considered by recently appointed executive director or 5-person commission panel. Quote, he restarted vital testing voluntarily in good faith, which was a great move, acknowledged Mullins. Quote, however, I don't think it set a great precedent to reduce his suspension based on events this past year. Miller, this shit long as hell. I didn't expect this. Miller accepted his role in failing to live up to specific terms, acknowledging that Cohen and his manager have been financially supporting him for the past year. You better thank him. The undefeated heavyweight who turns 34 in July, used a second chance to re-enroll in Vada late last summer, remaining at the gym, though without a firm fight date. The hope is to return to the ring in the next few months, though Miller acknowledged that a fight of any kind was not scheduled or even in advanced talks to take place anytime prior to the end of the current suspension. The decision amongst his team was that it was not best to fully pursue a pursuit prior to the fight, prior to Wednesday commission ruling, which was smart. With that came a glimmer of hope. Quote, if the fighter test remains negative, he will be eligible to fight post June 16th. Beginning June 16th, as long as he remains negative with viral testing program, noted Marnell. A response was good enough for Miller, especially in the light of the revelation that a far worse outcome was possible. Quote, after reviewing the records, I was not coming close to compromising the minute Mullen. Quote, a deal is a deal. I hope that you become the great fighter and the world champion. That would be beautiful what a story would be. Quote, I'm going to support Commissioner Marnell. It is the elegant solution. You move me today. So, hell yeah, man. Nigga lost everything. You know, when you out of money, everybody wanted that. They let you know, bro. Like things happen for a reason. I ain't saying this is one of those good things, but shit. You know, I bet he moved different. You know, this is last chance, bro. This cuz last chance. You know, this last chance. Bob gave you another opportunity. You bit the hand that feed him. Your manager, you should be thanking him, bro. Because a lot of these managers would have dropped your ass off at the Brooklyn diner, and that would have been it. That would have been it. That man stood by you because not only you a good boxer, you a good, he fuck with you. So shit, white, black, or whatever, nigga, you better be thanking Mr. Greg Cohen, bro. Shit, you better be thanking him, bro. You better prove him right. Shit, but hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Check the heavyweight boxing playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase change notifications. We go live, drop a video. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Appreciate the love and support. Hit the link tree. You can find me everywhere from Spotify, Twitch, Instagram, and much more. Let me know what you think.